Fuck!
Why are we
How
here?
appropriate. We're doing part 44 out of order, and part 44 starts with characters going back in time. The irony.
Yeah, we
That's not
finished the rest
irony,
of the
that's
parts,
just
and then we had to go back to part 44.
Yeah, we already finished the rest of the commentary for the playthrough. We have to go back and redo this part.
Because Dan Green demands it, apparently.
Which is why 45 would sound like more of a return for us instead of this part.
What are you doing in the dangerous secret laboratory? You should be upstairs with the nanny. You know, out of range of any lethal antimatter explosions that might happen.
I knew I shouldn't have given my daughter access cards to the laboratory.
How did she navigate the level to get here, by the way?
Well, Elise can create like some kind of shield around herself somehow, so she has powers, I guess.
Shadow's like, hey, dude, are you dead?
Pulls his wallet out of his pocket. Quick, after them.
Let's stand here and talk about it so that they can get a head start.
Seal it with this.
Oh, so what do I do? Do I throw it at him?
I think he has Dr. Eggman's gloves on.
Yes,
Huh.
he recycled a bit of graphics there. Maybe.
Sonic 06 recycling things? No. Get out of here.
It's not like we're gonna see this room again, right?
Probably not.
So if anyone's wondering why we're redoing 44 is because
Shit happens.
yeah, shit happens.
I'm not wondering why we're redoing part 44. I'm wondering why you're bothering with the damn motorcycle.
It kills
Just to
them
show
fast.
that it's there.
And it kills them faster.
You ignored it
Really,
last time.
because he seems to be completely missing the enemies.
If you hit, it kills them faster.
If you hit them. Which isn't happening.
Happened there.
And there, and there, and there. One more time.
This is perfect timing because I just bought Sonic and the Sega All-Stars Racing, and Shadow drives a motorcycle in that game.
He drives his Shadow the Hedgehog motorcycle, and it's actually pretty cool.
Wee.
Fuck you.
Whoa! He did it!
Mid-air 180.
I'm still trying to figure out what they were smoking when they included Big the Cat in that game, by the way.
Because they
Yeah, I
all
don't
know
know.
we hate him.
I'm still looking for the hidden Easter egg troll face.
There's an Easter egg of Rice Star.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, a funny story about that. A lot of fans complained that Rystar and Knights weren't in the game. They didn't have time to actually implement them as characters, but they did add them as cameos to just sort of, you know, acknowledge the fan demand.
That only made us
Thought it
angrier.
I thought it was a pretty cool thing, but, you know, half the fan base isn't going to agree with that. They just complained louder.
It's like, I know we're not talking about the game, but yeah, it's like, don't add like 7 Sonic characters and then take out Knights and whoever, you know? Like, we don't need
What
Big
else
the
does Sega
Cat. We don't need
have?
Shadow.
Well,
Well,
Knights and Rystar are slightly obscure.
Now, Rice Star is slightly obscure. People know who Knights is, considering he did get a Wii game.
Well,
So it's
people
not like
know who
it's not like
Knights
he-
is, but mostly from his
Well-
Sonic cameos.
So the Buster Brothers
Mostly
are
because he
fine,
gets
but
cameos
Knights
in
isn't?
Sonic games. Huh?
It's like Knights got a Wii game. At least he's somewhat relevant.
It wasn't a very good Wii game.
He got one nonetheless, which is more than Alex Kidd can say.
Regardless, I still think
Snap.
Knights should be recognized because the Saturn game was awesome.
Yeah, but the Saturn itself kind of sucked, so...
Yes, so, but damn it, the
Yeah.
game was still good.
Still has more games than Alex Kidd does.
I'm waiting for Bayonetta to show up in these games now, since she's a Sega character.
I
Wait,
demand for the next Capcom vs. game to be Capcom vs. Sega.
Doesn't
Makes
have
sense,
more
they both
games
have-
than Alex Kidd does.
How many games does Alex Kidd have?
How many games does Knight have? 2.
3.
Alex
Christmas.
Kidd has it. Wait,
The
Christmas Nights is a separate
Nights.
game? I thought that
It
was
came on
like
a separate disc, I think.
an add-on
it
pack
did.
or something.
I'm
I
not
didn't
sure if
really-
that counts, but still.
Well, Alex Kidd has at least 2. And they're both wholly unique games, by the way.
Fuck.
You know the
Fuck.
game sucks when we can't even talk about it. It's just Shadow killing more lava snakes, you know?
We've
I just
already
don't
been
care.
here we've already been here as Tails, Silver, Sonic, and someone else. I don't
Knuckles.
really care who. That too, yes. By the way, whoever designed
Whoa.
these magnet thingamafuckers needs to be shot.
It's like, again, going back to linearity and, like, repetitiveness, it's like, in Sonic Adventure, every character did their own take on a different level, but, like, they always had something different going on. Like, Amy Rose would run from zero, and she'd have to put switches in things, and Tails has to, like, outrun Sonic, and Knuckles has to, like, climb walls and stuff. So it's like, you're getting something different with their levels. And Sonic Adventure 2 was completely different, depending on which story you're playing. And Sonic 06, it's like, nah, we're just gonna do the same thing we already did.
You also know what really bugs me? Enemies didn't have fucking health back then.
That too.
I really hated Sonic Heroes for introducing that concept.
Well, at least I can see the
Combats.
development reason as to why they did that, or else the heavy fighting character would have no purpose.
Yeah.
It's like development reasons I can see why they did that for Heroes, but here it makes no sense.
Like, I have no problem with it in Heroes or Shadow, because in Shadow it encourages gunplay, but in Sonic 06, it's like, this game would be so much better if we could just one-shot all the robots and snakes and stuff, you know? It'd be so much quicker.
Huh. But then
You know,
there would
like-
be no point to having the Chaos Spear.
Well,
Wait, there
I
is
mean,
no point to the Chaos Spear. What am I saying?
I hate the concept that they brought up here. It's like, even though you can level up the character to the point where you can one-shot most enemies, you know, if that's the point, you should be just let me be able to one-shot enemies in the first place, like Adventure 1 and Adventure 2.
We.
Random
Not
loot.
Weeha.
Weeha.
The Soleanna
Yeah,
scientists
how
must
we-
have a bitch getting around.
Motorcycle.
How does it work?
Miracles, that's how, Johnny.
It's fueled by vodka, apparently, judging by the way it steers.
I got it.
Don't
I swear I
got it.
have my license. I swear I have my license.
Am I doing it right? Did I pass?
Hedgehogs can't have licenses. What are
No,
you talking-
no, SpongeBob, you didn't pass.
By the way, remind me, where are the brakes?
That way.
What, random explosion?
What? Yeah, seriously, what?
Uh,
This is not fun.
No.
By the way, I know I've probably called attention to this at some other point in an earlier part, but why are there gun crates all over the secret Solianan laboratory 50 years ago?
a wizard
Was
did
it
it.
50 or 10 years ago?
10. At least would be
Whatever.
60 then.
I'm sorry, I was confusing this with Sonic Adventure 2. I can't imagine why.
There's that Chaos Snap doing its wonders.
Yes, making the homing attack even less functional than it already was.
Oh, what the shit?
I think you answered your own question.
Oh, thank God it's over. I mean the level, not the game itself. Oh, God.
Well, that too.
Aquatic base, though, is so easy to S rank just from the enemies alone.
Hmm. And
Contrived plot excuse.
Stop that! Come on, cut it out.
our special effects budget kind of ran out, so we.
Yeah.
I love how Shadow knows exactly how to use the scepter and everything.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Buy my game.
I think he says that line in every game too. He always has this one moment where he goes, "I'm Shadow the Hedgehog."
Certain.
Oh my god, 4 kids said death.
And die. Now, what if it fucking shattered right there?
Fuck.
Well, that didn't last long.
I guess I did it right.
Now, to chuck it into the ocean, or bury it underground, or do something so no one will ever fucking find it.
I was trying to ask when Skype dropped, why did you answer his question?
Because.
Why would you introduce yourself to the evil demon of darkness that you're trying to seal away?
Because he can.
Who are you? I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm nobody.
And knowing the colorblindness of the series, they'd probably believe it too.
I'm Dr. Eggman.
My name is Amy Rose.
Then why don't you just toss it into the ocean or something, Shadow?
Because that would break the thing.
It would cause a time paradox.
No, seriously, it would break the thing. It would fall to crush depth, and it would break open, and the thing would get out anyway.
Then bury it somewhere.
So
That would
no
make
point,
quite a bit more sense.
there's like no point in going to the past if you're not going to change anything.
Should probably hit her again so she stays unconscious a little longer.
Then she'll cry, and then we're all doomed.
Yeah. Well, I find it hard to believe that from the moment she wakes up until she meets Sonic for the first time, she doesn't fucking cry at all. I'm sorry, I just don't believe that.
Video game logic.